We're back, and this time I've got this little fox. So I've got this little fox for my son just a little bit ago, and over the last few weeks, I've been digging deeper into the hedgehog concept, and it has to do with a fox. Here we go. So now that we're getting closer to 2022, and if you're listening to this much later, it still applies. So first, I want you to subscribe. I want you to hit that subscribe button and hit that little bell too, because I'm always throwing out great stuff. Let's talk about the hedgehog concept, which revolves around a fox. Now, it's an old Greek parable where it says the fox knows many things, a lot, but the hedgehog knows one big thing. And that's the key here, because as we fast forward into, I think it was like the mid 1950s, there was this great philosopher. His name was Isaiah Berlin. And he says, look, in an essay, he says, the hedgehog and the fox. And in that essay, he specified, he said, look, the fox can do a lot of things, but what I want you to do is I want you to focus in and be like the hedgehog. The hedgehog can do one thing extremely well. See, Berlin referred back to the Greek parable, and he said the fox can leap, it can prance, it can go around and sneak up on the hedgehog. It can do it a lot of different ways, but the hedgehog can do one thing extremely well, and that's defend itself. No matter what, it's going to roll up into a ball, and at the end, the fox is going to have prickly stuff all over its body. And said the same thing applies to you. In that same way, don't be the fox that's scattered and goes to this shiny object and then goes over here and says, I want to do this. No, I want to do that. Be more like the hedgehog, who says, what am I amazing at? What am I great at? And dive in deeper into that. Now, Jim Collins also said in the early 2000s when he wrote Good to Great, by the way, get that book. He broke this concept down even more. And he said that there are three circles I want to focus around. And you know what? Let me see if I can pull this up, because this is really important in the sense that it's a really nice concept, and I want you to be able to see this, because I think we can all learn from this one. Here it is. And I'll put up the link here as well. Here it is. So I'm going to zoom. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. There it is. This is the circles of the hedgehog, and this comes from Jim Collins. He asks three questions, and these are the questions I want you to ask yourself as the year is ending. You're getting into a new year, or you're just rethinking and saying, well, what should I focus on for my business, for my life, and this in general? Let's get specific. What are you deeply passionate about? I was talking to a coaching client of mine just a couple of days ago, and I said, let's get specific here. What do you love doing? What are you passionate about? No matter what happens, you always look to that. You can always rely on that because you're so great at it and you love it, right? And then look at that, what you can be best in the world at. Now, it doesn't mean what are you better than everyone else at. It means, in your world, it could be your city, it could be among your friends, it could be among your colleagues. Generalized here, world, right? What are you amazing at? What are you the best at? That no matter where you go, you just seem to outshine everyone else. And to wrap it up, Jim Collins says, what drives your economic engine? Now it says, look, let's bring these all together, because it has to be within the realm. And look at the dark spot in the middle, right? That little dark spot in the middle is important, because now he's saying that's where the magic is going to happen. And so this is where I want you to think. Now, don't be like this fox, although it's super cute. By the way, I got it at Jellycat. So go to Jellycat and get this little one. And do me a favor, subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Be more like the hedgehog, and let's think as the year is coming in, or as you're recentering more around your business and your life, and you're thinking, well, what am I absolutely amazing at? What can I focus in at so that now this one thing that I'm going to do can make everything else a lot easier? And that's reminiscent of the book The One Thing as well, with Jay Pampazan and Gary Keller, right? But it all starts with that simple parable about the fox and the hedgehog. I hope you remember that, because that's the perfect thing to focus on as this year ends. Thanks so much. Subscribe, and I'll throw you out another one as soon as I can think of what to talk about next.